to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Sacred Sessions with Jenna Harmon. Live from JennaRoseHarmon.wixsite.com/Jenna Harmon Psychic Me.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Sacred Sessions
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to another session with Sacred Sessions with Jenna Harmon, Psychic Medium. I hope you are well. I hope you have had a wonderful day. If you're in the US and that side of the planet, I hope you have had the best day possible. Here in Sydney, Australia, it is Wednesday morning, so we're just starting our day, hoping that we're starting it off beautifully, of course. And I hope that you're all well, and I hope that everything's going brilliantly in your world. So we're going to start off today's sacred session. Well, what I've done is I've actually pulled a card for us today, and this is the love begins. So I feel like at this point in the journey, it's all about renewal. It's all about what we're wanting to kind of birth and bring, and the things that we love and the aspects of our journey that we really want to achieve. So at the moment, with the love begins, I actually feel like it's a multitude of different things for love in general. For you to love your life, for you to love yourself, for you to start living the life you would love to live. Maybe living where you would like to live. Maybe going out and being a humanitarian and sharing the love that you are. So it's a multitude of the theme of love, of course. And of course, it's about new relationships as well on your journey. If you are in a relationship, it talks about pepping up that relationship, topping up that love in that relationship, maybe upping the weekend away situation or the night in or the date night, that sort of thing. So it's very, very, very much about what we need to kind of bring into our journey. And at the moment, I'm kind of working on loving myself more, accepting myself more, and also just embracing who I am in every step of the journey. It's very important that we own not just who we are, but what we are and where we're coming from. Our intention is very, very important. Very important. Okay, so let's see who we've got to join us today for our sacred sessions with Spirit. And let's see what Spirit wants to connect and talk about today. And we have Annette, who is in Lansing, Michigan. Hello, Annette.
Hi.
How are you, my darling?
I'm fine. I was wondering if you had any messages from my deceased love. He died October 18th, 2019, tragically.
Oh, okay.
He was
Yeah,
52.
okay. Oh, my darling, I'm so sorry. Would you connect to the letter D there, sweetheart? Would there be a D connection to you or him, should I say?
What?
Would you connect to the letter D?
Oh, I connect to him a lot. He sends me songs on the radio. He even puts my radio on. He turns it on, and it will be the song that refers to us being together. So
Gorgeous. You know, it's really lovely that you are aware that he's trying to reach out to you and that you're receptive of that, and that's beautiful. Can I say to you, would it make sense that that was a shock that he passed when he did pass? Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh, it was, yeah.
So in other words, he's telling me it wasn't an illness, it wasn't something we were expecting, it wasn't something we knew about. Can I also say he makes me feel as though his passing came at it's almost like it was very close to something else. So whether it was a birthday, someone's anniversary, someone achieved something, I feel as though my passing was about say a month, within a month of something that was quite special in regards to the date and time, if that makes sense. I also get the number 7 around him, so I'm not sure if it's been 7 was significant as in to say July or the 7th of a month. I will also say he's showing me 3. So I don't know if he feels as though he's left 3 people behind or there's 3 of you, a family of 3. But I would like to say that I feel like sorry, my love?
Yes, he did not have his family members he was estranged with. So I was kind of like the only person that was around him.
Yeah.
And
okay, so he's about you, like there's 3 of you that he looks in on, or there's 3 of you he's around. So whether that's you and his parents or his best friends, whichever way it goes, I feel like he's around 3 of you who he's talking about 3 that are very significant to the heart space as well. I feel as though this person had a very lovely character because all of a sudden I feel like I want to start to kind of joke around in his persona or in his energy. And he feels like he was probably someone that would pep everybody up and somebody that would definitely bring some fun and life. Because all of a sudden I want to be the jokester. I want to start making things really kind of silly and funny and keeping it light. I would like to say that I'm coming through with a big bunch of flowers for you. And funnily enough, they come in multiple colors. So I want to acknowledge the red and the pink, but I also want to acknowledge the white. I don't know if he struggled in himself in his journey, but when I'm connecting to the white flowers, it's as though I want to make you aware that I am at peace. And it's not about I'm passed away. It's more about I've found peace in my head and my heart. So I don't know if during his journey he did struggle with some things in those regards, but it's almost like I want to let you know that I have found my peace. So whether that was that he come from, not the greatest childhood or whatever it is, I definitely want to say that I find the peace. I also want to say, did you guys, I don't know, it's almost like I see a motorcycle or freedom. That's kind of what it's representing to me. But it's almost like I want to hit the open road floor with this person. So it makes me feel like he had this best for life, like to keep things very light, like to have fun. Was very good with their hands, I feel. So I don't know if he was mechanical or he just knew how to fix anything and everything. But I want to say I come around. I also say, is there the young boy around you? Is there a son for you, darling? Or is there a young male? Because I want to connect to the young male energy around you.
A young male. No, I don't recall a young man. Is he alive still?
I'm saying, do you have any children? Is there any younger male energies around you? I want to go to a child or a teenager, that sort of thing. I don't know if you have a nephew, but I feel as though he's telling me that he's looking in over the younger male or that he's aware of a younger male around you. I'm not talking about romantically, darling. I'm talking about more so connected to your family and connected to, say, you and your
I have a
family.
daughter. She's 13.
Okay.
We had a miscarriage about 7.5 years ago.
Oh, sweetheart.
And I didn't know what sex or what gender it was.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that he's bringing through, or he's saying that he's with the male or around the little male or the child, say. So I'm going to leave that with you in that regard. And that was with your love as well, sweetheart, that we're connecting to.
Okay. Do you see that I'm going to see him again when I pass? Is he going to wait? Is he going to be there?
No doubt whatsoever. Oh, sweetheart, no doubt whatsoever. Listen.
Do you think we'll still be together again as a couple?
Oh, listen. I don't feel like you're ready to hear this part exactly, but I want to say to you that he's working on sending someone else for you. And I get a two around it. So I know I don't feel like it's going to be immediate, but I'm going to say within the next 2 years, I feel like I'm going to be sending someone on your path. Now, I feel like I kind of either have a connection to this person or I know of this person, because I don't feel like I'm introducing you per se to this person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say to you a couple of things. Listen, your loved one will always be connected to you, my darling. And as soon as you have passed, of course, you will be reignited with all of the loved ones and all the people that you've always held near and dear. Do I believe that this man and you have maybe a past life history connection and a possible reconnection? Yes, I do believe, but not in this journey, in the next journey, yes. But until then,
Okay.
I feel as though he's going to send someone for you. I also connect with the letter S, and I want to say to you, I will acknowledge that I need to go back to that little male figure. I just need to say to you, he's owning it, saying that he's connecting to it. So I would put it back to the child, my lovely. I will have to wrap up. So what I will say to you is this. He comes around, he shows me the number 2. I don't know if February is significant. I don't know if that's when. I feel like he's down on his knees and he's giving you flowers. So I just need to say to you, he's very, very, very much still at your, at your connection, at your mercy, connected to you heart-wise. He wants you to know that he's always around. He kisses you on the cheek. And I want to say to you that I feel like if he hasn't come through in a dream, he's going to. I get 3 around it. So in the next 3 weeks, between now and 3 weeks, he's coming. He's coming for you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Annette. I'm going to have to wrap it up there. I hope that maybe in the replay you can go back and rehear what has come through. If we've missed anything, it's quite quick live. But I do want to wish you all the best. He definitely comes around, sweetheart. And the rose, there's a rose, but it's yellow. I have to tell you.
It's yellow?
A yellow rose. He brings a yellow rose, my darling. A yellow rose.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to end it there. I'm so sorry, Annette. Thank you for calling in and joining with my today. I hope that brings you some peace and some love from the spirit world. Thank you for everybody that's joined in this morning. Oh, this goes so fast. Every single week it blows me away. But thank you for joining me on Sacred Sessions with Jenna Hillman, Psychic Medium. Have a great week. Take care. And I'll see you next week. All the love from Sydney, Australia.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Angel Guidance by Lisa Shore. Live from PureLoveEnergy.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Angel Guidance
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, how is everyone today? My name is Lisa. This is my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. and I welcome you here. So it's a beautiful sunny day here in the middle of the country, and we are into summer, and we just celebrated the longest day of the year, and also the equal parts with the night. So for a lot of folks, that's a very auspicious time, and it just means that ancient people used to really honor the stars and the cycles of the earth and the sun and the moon, and some of us still honor those today. So today I'd like to give you a little bit of some insight on your week coming up starting today, and then also I'll take a caller. And I drew a few cards, and the message is pretty clear. There's a lot of people right now who are really weighed down by some negative thinking. And negative thinking does nothing for us. It just pulls our energy down. It's literally like a weight on your shoulders. You know how, you feel heavy and you feel stressed and you feel anxious. That's that energy that continues to build when you have negative thoughts. Sometimes these thoughts are injected into our awareness through outside sources like television or radio, or even other people are negative, and we tend to pick up on their energy, and that influences us. So if someone's around you who is kind of negative and they're talking about all the bad things that are happening, you could say something like, well, thanks for sharing, and then change the conversation and focus on something else, or rephrase what they're saying in a positive way. Help them look at the glass half full instead of the glass half empty. So the first card I drew was surrender to negative thinking. The second card I drew was to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And that's a really good idea when you're feeling kind of down or depressed or negative. Because when you go out into nature, when you walk outside, what's happening is the natural magic of the universe, the healing part of the universe of Mother Earth will gently attune your energy, meaning it's going to connect with your energy, and it's going to raise it up. It's going to help you feel better. Usually when I go for a walk and I get back, I feel a lot better. Like I feel like my spirits are lifted. And there's a reason for that, because when we go out in nature, we're actually grounding our energy. Just like electricity in the house is grounded, we're grounded as well when we walk outside. What's really good is if you can take off your shoes and walk around barefoot on the grass or the dirt, because that will instantly ground your energy. And you know what that does? It helps you feel better, lighter, more positive. So try that if you're feeling a little down. Another card I drew it's from the fairy deck, and it's called the 9 of Winter card. Okay, so what this just means is right now there's a lot of things going on in your life, and unfortunately you're focusing on the worst case scenario, like what is the worst that could possibly happen. That's where your thoughts are right now. So that definitely is negative thinking, and we do want to release that negative thinking. So know that these thoughts are just that. They're just thoughts. They can be released. So like I mentioned, go out for a walk in nature. That'll help shift it. Something else I want to tell you too, another card I drew was the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card is about your inner intuition, the thoughts that drop into your head that are in your own voice, but they're not really your own thoughts. They are higher self thoughts. They are energy that you're reading from the universe around you. That's how intuition works. And so I would just want to share with you that I feel like there's a lot of high intuitiveness with a lot of people this week. And this is a good thing, because if you can tune into your higher self, if you can tune into the guidance that's there for everybody, that is amazing. Now, let me help you with that. So the final card I drew was have the courage to ask and receive help. Okay. Now, how can we ask for help? We can ask for help from our higher self, from the universe, from our spiritual helpers. And how do we do that? Well, we say, so I am having an issue with this, whatever it is, a concern, a conflict, a relationship. And what you want to do is say, Help me see this differently. How would you have me look at this? How would you have me approach this? And then look for answers, because they're coming. There is never a prayer that's unanswered, okay? It doesn't work that way. The universe always answers prayers. We may not see it immediately. In fact, we may overlook it, because sometimes we're so busy, stressed out with our negative thinking, we don't actually notice those subtle answers and signs that are there for us. And that's truly what it is. They're subtle. They're not going to be bang you over the head with the answer. It's not going to be like, when the prize patrol shows up at your front door and hands you the $50 million check. That's not how it is. Once in a while, it might work that way, but the majority of time, we are looking for subtle signs and indicators that we're on the right path. That may come through your inner vision, your inner hearing. It may come from a feeling you have in your body. Always use your body to tune in to what the answers are. Your body is a natural indicator of what you know is right and wrong. When you feel good about something, your energy soars. You're feeling great. You're clicking. Like everything's flowing and going the right direction. When you're feeling scared, where do we usually feel that? In the pit of our stomach. Okay, so if we're around people or we're around circumstances, we're feeling that yucky feeling that's in the pit of our stomach, that's usually a time and an indication where we need to step back from that and reassess what we're doing. So just pay attention to these thoughts you have in your head, because they really do affect your day, your week, your month, your year, So you just want to be sure to ask for guidance, to take a walk in nature, attune with that, and that will help lift you up and allow you to receive. I'd love to hear your feedback. Message me on my Facebook page at Lisa Short in Lenexa, Kansas, and I'll get back with you. Okay, I have a caller. Let's see. My caller is from the United States. This is Christina in Atlantic, Iowa. Hi, Christina.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Sure can. Thank you. What's going on today? What can I help you with?
Oh, not much. I am also with my sister. We're actually in the middle of Walmart right now.
Oh my God. Is it busy there today?
It's not busy, but I feel like that they at the beginning were having a hard time hearing me.
Okay. Well, I'm okay now. So, what's your question?
So we recently just had our father pass away just a couple weeks ago. And so I was just kind of curious to see if he came through at all.
Okay. Let's see. Sometimes, I'm going to tune in and see what I can come up with. So would his mother also be passed in spirit?
Yeah.
Her grandmother, is she also gone? Because I feel like she's stepping in as well. Let's see. Dad.
Yes, he is.
Okay. And then your dad, are you able to take a letter R name connected with him? Or grandmother?
Letter, did you say a letter R?
R? Uh-huh.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. He had a dog named Rango.
Okay. Is the dog passed too?
Not give him up for adoption through dad passing and everything. God, I'm trying to think if there's any other R names.
Okay, we'll move on. Would your dad have been a larger person? I'm seeing a larger gentleman step in. I don't mean like so big, but just larger in size. I feel like he would have been very connected with you. Go ahead.
Yes, I didn't even think until you said larger man. My best friend's father's name was Rodney.
Okay. All right.
And
so
he was passed on as well. And he was very close with me.
You? Okay. because a lot of times, we don't always connect with exactly who we want in the beginning. Sometimes other people step in, sort of as a link, to the family. So your friend, would your friend also have been someone who was just like a very casual guy and kind of laid back? Would you understand that for your friend?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. So he's here and he's saying hi. Like, I feel like he was just like he could make you laugh, like he could lift your spirits. And there was a real connection. Okay, thank you. So that's who this is. All right, and he stepped forward.
He had a heart transplant 5 years ago.
Okay, because this is what I'm bringing this information in, and so he's showing me this. That was a major thing for him, obviously, and so that's what he's bringing up. I feel like he was towards the end of his life. Would you understand hospitalization or connected with lots of wires and life support type of things or something along those lines?
We had to take him in. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. And then he was placed into a nursing home on hospice.
Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I do extend my deepest condolences. And I also want to tell you that I'm running out of time, so I do apologize. But if you'd like to reach out to me, you can. I would say that your dad is here. Your friend stepped through, so we had a couple. And I just love because you were memory, and that's how you can keep them alive. Okay, that's how you help them touch the earth. So keep them in your memory. Talk about them. Share your good experiences with them, and that will keep their memory alive, and you'll be able to connect with them in that way. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. If you'd like to reach out to me, find me at Lisa Short on Facebook. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Psychic Paths
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I'm Suzanne Marie, and I'm expecting a lot of good readings tonight. And I was just hoping that everyone is having a good week and a good summer. I know it's been kind of chaotic in the world, but as long as we have kindness and love towards each other and hope, as long as we keep hope alive, I think that everything is going to work out fine. And as for me, Mercury retrograde has completely disrupted my life this week, but it shouldn't last too long, and it shouldn't affect too many people harshly. Just me this week. No internet, no Wi-Fi, no phones. It's just been like, But anyhow, if anyone else is having communication issues, just drop me a line and let me know that I'm not alone. And you can reach me at www.psychicpaths.com and leave me a note or a comment. It's much appreciated. And I'm a clairvoyant, and I see the past, present, and future. And I'm a light trance medium, and I have people communicate through me, but not overtake me. There's no possession. There's not me becoming somebody else. It's more like a visit. So, welcome Wednesday. What a happy Wednesday. I'm hoping that everyone is ready for good readings, and I hope that you can get through. And thank goodness for A1R Psychic Radio. I do appreciate the ability to come on here and share my gifts with you. We have Memphis, Tennessee on the phone. Hello? Doyla? Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
Really well. I'm good. Thank you.
What can I help you with tonight?
Can you give me a reading? There's so many, but maybe love.
Sure. Hang on a minute.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to connect with you right now. I don't, how can I say this? Are you having troubles trying to figure out if there's a connection with someone or not? Does that sound right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
He seems to be kind of overbearing or an overpresence for you with this decision.
He can be.
I think he loves you very much. But
Thank you.
I I don't know if this confusion of yours is going to change, because I don't think he makes it easy on you. I don't think you don't know any security. Is there, like, a security with him for you on your side?
Right.
Like, if you're with him, can you be happy? He's going to be happy, but are you going to be happy? And Spirit is just saying that I shouldn't give you my personal advice, that it's something that you need to work through. But I need you from Spirit is saying, I need you to take your time and making that decision.
Do you think it'll ever come to the point where we spend any time together to make this decision?
Let's see. I'm looking. Okay, I'm gonna see. I see a house. Do you happen to live in like a house that's one level?
Yes.
Do you live in a house that's full of trees around?
Yes.
Yes, he's coming. I do see that. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
I see a lot. I see a lot of frustration on his part. He's frustrated. I don't see you frustrated. I see you kind of contemplating the whole situation. But I think he's going to make things work out where he comes to you. And you're together.
I think you're talking about it. I know who you're talking about. That's my ex-husband. I've been worried about him coming back.
Oh, he is coming back.
Yep. Yeah, there's a guy that I've been dating for a while who is kind of overbearing, but I've been worried about, because the guy I've been dating was 2 hours away, and I normally go to his house. He's never been to mine. But I've been worried about my ex-husband coming back.
Oh, wrong guy. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, because my ex actually live really close together, so it makes sense that his energy would be around. We live on the same property.
I do see you working out with the one you're dating now. I do.
Wow. Okay.
And I do see him frustrated with the way things are working. I would do what Spirit said and take your time making that decision. There's a decision you need to make.
Okay.
And they're saying be cautious.
Okay.
They're
Thank you.
you're very precious to Spirit, and they would have really appreciated if you would take care of yourself.
That makes total sense. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Can you tell me where my daughter's cat is? I don't know if you can do that or not. She's 26, and she's away at college, and her cat's been missing for 2 days, and she's devastated.
Okay, let me look. I'm seeing she ran, but I'm seeing that she comes back. Yeah, she's gone. Is she black and white?
No, she's gray with little white and brown flecks. Her name is Lexi.
I see the white. Yeah, she's out there in the woods. But I have a feeling she will come back. Nothing's happened to her.
Great. Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night, and thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good night. Tabitha. We have Tabitha. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What can I help with your questions tonight?
If I have anything from the other side, or if you see anything that's negative a lot around me.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Spirit says you're really going through a lot right now. Are you? Like really emotionally. Because they're saying you just been really sad. Let me come. Okay, I get an older gentleman, and he's kind of got little hair. I can't tell if it's red, brown, but he's missing some off the top, and he's really happy. He's a happy guy, happy-go-lucky. Do you know who that is? Sometimes he wears brown rimmed glasses.
He wears a what?
He wears glasses sometimes.
Yes.
He's here and he says he loves you. He seems to be a joker or just very humorous, like he could light up a room just in his warm personality or happy attitude.
Yes.
Is there any questions you'd like to ask him?
Just is everybody here okay? And are we going to have any?
Yeah, everyone is good on the other side.
Because we just have a lot of negativity over here. So I'm just seeing if it's going to end soon, hopefully.
Have you saged? Do you know about saging?
Yes, and I've tried it, and I just feel like I'd be attacked right after it.
Why don't you go to my page on Facebook at psychicpass.com and shoot me a message, and we can work with that negativity together.
Okay.
It's Psychic Paths, and it's on Facebook. I really
okay.
It's not about charging you either. It's about, I see the negativity, but I also see that some people are bringing that in. Some people that you are hanging out with have brought that in.
Okay.
One guy in particular, it's like he comes to get your advice or talk about his problems, and they dumps his crap, and then he leaves. Do you know who that is? Is there somebody that comes and just kind of vents and, lets you know what he feels and thinks and then goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that's bringing it in. Maybe you ought to sage him. But get a hold of me through my past, and we can work on this together. Don't worry about that. You're going to be okay, too. I see all the frustration and the darkness, and it's real hard to fight that negativity. But every time you feel that negative energy affecting you, I want you to tell yourself, cancel. Cancel the thought, cancel the feeling. Do you have arguments with the people that you live with?
Yes.
Anytime that there's an argument, let's say have a meeting with everyone that lives with you and say, we need to get rid of the negative energy, so no arguing until we can get our house clear of negativity. Because when you fight, it makes the negativity stronger.
Okay.
And when you let the negative thoughts and feelings overpower you, that makes them stronger. They're living in and wanting to live off your negativity. Can you understand? Yeah, so when I feel that negativity, I just kind of do that Pollyanna happy. Like, oh, what a great day. It might not be exactly what I feel, but I'm not letting on, you know. I don't want to engage with negative energies at all. But yeah, just go ahead and do that and you should be okay. Is there any other questions you have for me?
Do you see any pregnancy?
Okay, do you have a small child already in the house? I'm not seeing that. Okay. Yeah, I do. Let me see. But I have a feeling it's not going to be this Christmas, but it's going to be a March baby. March of 2021.
Okay.
I have a feeling when you clear off your energies that there's going to be a whole lot of happiness and joy.
Okay.
I sense a boy. I sense you're going to have a boy.
Okay.
Cool. I know Spirit wants to tell me something else. Okay, so there's this lady, and she's got, I think, brown hair, light brown hair. She's kind of heavy set, and she's making it like she's your aunt or a woman that was sort of like a mother to you, who's passed away, and you felt nurtured by her. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mama Rosalie.
What?
It's Mama Rosalie. She's like a grandma. Okay. We call her Mama.
She's with you. So when you're feeling sad and despair, I want you to remember that she's with you.
Okay.
She's trying to comfort you. You're not alone.
Good to know.
Okay, so thank you. And you have a great night, and it was an honor to read for you.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you. Well, there are the 2 readings, and I have a few minutes. So let me talk to you about my cards. Not that I use the cards much. I'm not the tarot lady, but excuse me, what I do is the oracle, because when I'm doing clairvoyant readings and I try to do tarot readings with it, it's almost like chewing gum and walking. I can't do it. I've tried and tried, and I've even tried to totally depend on the cards for for messages, but it gets in the way of my clairvoyance, so it don't work very well. Now, my very, very first deck, which you've probably seen videos on YouTube for tarot, is Wisdom of the Oracle. And the reason I like the Oracle, this Oracle, is because it's very clear and it says exactly what it means. Let me give you an example. No guessing. No knights, kings, pages, swords. All of that just kind of interferes with my clairvoyance. So this is right on. Like, let me give you an example. I'm shuffling. Like flexible. Aren't they pretty? Now they've got cards in this deck that are so neat. Between two worlds. So I'm trying to get the camera. How clear can this be? A change in the wind. So I usually use the cards, and I love these cards. Even confusion, round and round. I like using the Oracle because of the very beautiful images and, look at this one. Soulmates. I like using the Oracle when I've done a reading and I'm near the end, and if the person I'm reading for has a question of, a confirmation, then I usually pull a card and use it as a confirmation. But that's all. And usually it will confirm exactly what the whole reading was about. So Wisdom of the Oracle, it comes with a big book. Look at that. A big book that is easily read and understood. So this is my very, very first Oracle, and I couldn't have been more thankful to have found something that wasn't so complex, confusing, and easy to. I needed to integrate it into my reading without taking away from my clairvoyance or confusing it. So I've been real happy with this. This is my first. Now what happened? What happened after I have done with this is I now have a tarot card addiction. I go into a tarot card shop or I look on Amazon and I'm addicted to Oracle cards. And they all seem to make some very beautiful confirmation for my personal readings. But I just wanted to share with you my number one, what got me hooked. I am just like, it has some things like not for you. After a confirmation where someone has learned that something's not coming to them, and then I pull a card that says not for you. What are the coincidences? So yeah, those are my first cards that have taught me how to be tarot card crazy. So I've got a lot of them. I've got Earth Warriors, and last year I was trying to do rune stones, and I thought that buying tarot cards of rune stones would help me, but I never learned because the clairvoyance was taken over. But the cards are very pretty too. It wouldn't hurt to personally buy tarot for yourself and pick a deck that is very connected to you, that you feel a connection to, energy-wise or beauty-wise, or isn't this, really beautiful? and go ahead and see what the cards show to you, because Spirit is also trying to communicate with you also. So, yeah, go on Amazon or a local spirit store and go ahead and see if tarot is right for you. I give them as gifts because I want people to be able to ask a question and pull a card and feel like Spirit has listened to them. So, yes, I hope that everyone enjoyed my show tonight. I sure did. I appreciate the wonderful callers, and I appreciate A1R Psychic Radio. Come visit me on my website, www.psychicpass.com, and get a reading from me. All right. I hope you have a good night.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyonsBrilliance.wixsite.com/Perry Lyons.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is New York City Celebrity Psychic
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, my cherished ducklings. This is actually a bow because occasionally a girl wakes up and she says, "Today I want to look like Minnie Mouse." So that's what happened. Hi, welcome to New York City Celebrity Psychic, Perry Lyons, which is also me. And I'm so glad you're here. Makes me so happy. Okay. Well, we're going to move right to the Tarot Psychic weather for the week. Not to be confused with actual weather, because psychic weather doesn't actually damage the crops, and we can't control it with our minds. Oh, wait, maybe we can. What I'm going to do is pick 3 tarot cards that will sort of describe the week coming up, and I'm picking them randomly, rooting around now. I hope you guys had a good week. I saw a really good movie called on it's Prime called Family Games. The terrific director's name is Suzuya Bobo. She's lovely. So it's a really good movie, Family Games. Go watch it. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Wow. Okay, the 3 cards I picked. And this is kind of tuning into what people used to call, and still do in fact, the zeitgeist, which is a word that means spirit of the time, the spirit of the moment. And so it's kind of an unconsciously agreed upon thing that we all sort of experience the time of our culture at the same time. It's why people tend to, if you look back at old pictures, people are wearing like strange fashions, but at the time they were all wearing it, so it seemed normal. So zeitgeist for our week is the Ace of Cups, which is great. It means that it's the beginning of a time of, beginning of a whole cycle. Oh, hi, Annabelle in Syracuse. I'll be ready with you in a minute. Just going to finish this. I love the name Annabelle. Oh, love that name. Okay. This is, we're going to hold it up the right way or the wrong way. I've been doing this for 2 years. I can never get it right. Okay. The Ace of Cups this week is the beginning of a new cycle. And that cycle is, cups represent emotions. The Ace of Cups is the beginning of a whole new time but it contains a lot of emotional satisfaction. If I get this for a client, it often means that they're about to fall in love, which I'm like, no, don't do that. But it's the beginning of a new time of like emotional freedom, feeling loved and supported by those around you, feeling like you really suddenly know and love yourself. It's a very good card. I love doing that. Okay. The next card is really good. And I think this has to do, it's called the Sun card. When you get the Sun card, the times I've gotten this in my life have always been times when, I'm sorry, I'm being outwitted by a colored piece of cardboard here. There. Anyway, the times I've gotten the Sun card have always been the times that I was happier than I expected to be by any reason. Like, it's a time when it's not actually representing a naked baby on a horse coming through your living room, although if that happens, please call me. I'll give you the number of a good therapist. But the Sun card represents a time when we're emerging into the sunshine, which is literally what's kind of happening now. And we're emerging into a new time in our lives and a new time in our society when things are getting, it's a little, we've got some birth pains now, but things are about to get better than they've been for a long time. And we're in our personal lives, this week should see a lot of opening up, a lot of great, again, beginnings, new beginnings, unless that's redundant. Are there old beginnings? Okay. This is a great card. And if you find yourself feeling like a childlike sense of wonder and happiness this week, that's this card. And what's the last card? Oh, wow. I really like that. The Chariot card. And honestly, this came up with the Page of Swords. I grabbed them both at the same time. Page of Swords is kind of like the Zoom card. It's a card of, okay, I'm going to get this right. There you go. It's a card of electronic messages. Of messages like, it's a card of getting stuff done through unseen means. I'm trying to say the internet, but it's been kind of a crazy day, so I'm not actually saying the internet. And this is a card, the Chariot card is a time of triumph. So if you have been like doing remote meetings, you might find that you're going to continue to do that, and that you also might have found during the last couple of weeks or months that you have a talent that's really brought out in like remote meetings, that you have a talent for communication, that you find that you're expressing your ideas in a clearer way than you ever have before. The Page of Swords is about like communication, emails, Zoom meetings, and the Chariot card is a card of victory. So looks like a good week. Okay, we've got Annabelle. Thank you so much for being here, Annabelle. How can I help you today?
Honestly, I like just want a reading about anything, about maybe my life, my future.
The good stuff, right? I got you. Ready, honey?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like to connect with people by asking what their birthday is. You don't have to tell me the year. So just tell me your birthday.
June 3rd.
June what? It beeped
3rd.
when you said the June 3rd. Oh, you little Gemini, you. Well,
yep.
I like to charge my Gemini clients twice as much because there's 2 people I'm reading for. That's also a very good week of Gemini. That's the Libra week of Gemini, and it's the nice Gemini, the Gemini who will dazzle you with her charm and run off with your boyfriend and your jewelry. The Libra Gemini is the one who comes in and just kind of makes everybody feel better. You're a good peacemaker. You're good at making things pretty. And tell me your first name, my love. So it was Annabelle. Sorry, I knew that. Hold on one second.
Annabelle. Yep.
Yeah, got it. Oh, you're very original. Do you have a little ADHD, which I actually consider a gift? Because your mind just is always working, and you're thinking really unusual. You have a capacity to think about like a lot of different things. You know, most people just think about like 1 or 2 things. You see the world as this sort of wondrous Disneyland of adventures and possibilities. You have lovely energy. I'm going to pick some cards for you, which I don't usually do. Knight of Swords. King of Cups.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and you know it's true too. Wow, this is really good. I'm looking at your cards.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Hold on one second. I've got a lot of cards here. I got very, very ambitious all of a sudden. Okay. Priestess, you have a certain amount of sort of, cool. You have a certain amount of psychic ability or intuitive ability. Have you noticed that?
Swear to God, I do think I'm psychic.
Yeah. I don't think it's weird. I think everybody.
And I can like connect with our saints.
You connect what? Say it again.
I feel like when I talk to people, like they're gonna say I like can. You probably think I'm crazy, but I feel it.
Did you say you connect to their saints earlier? Was that what you said? Or did I just hear that? You totally, if you didn't say, I connect with their saints, then that's actually what you're doing. No matter what religion or creed they are. You do have an ability to kind of jump into the other person's space in a very good way, in a non-intrusive way, right? But you have the ability to kind of jump into other people and feel and do a kind of what I call soul listening when you choose to. But it's a really interesting talent. And next week I'll be talking about, I'm going to be teaching a class in this. And I've got a new little book I'm going to be promoting about how to get in touch with this. But for you, if you can find an app, like a meditation app, there are a couple of good ones. 10% is nice. Calm is nice. And just do a meditation in the morning. Use an app. It's much easier. That will get you in touch with your ability a lot faster than almost anything else. However, another thing you can do, and then we'll get to your reading, is just get a little notebook. And when you have like a little premonition or a little thought about somebody, or just write it down and don't censor yourself, even if it seems stupid. Even if you see your friend like Jane and she's got a bowl of petunias in her head, just write that down, because she might call you later and say, probably not that I've got a bowl of petunias in my head, but it will make sense later on. Interesting thing about you too is you're both visual, right-brained, because we have a right and a left brain. So the right brain is kind of creative and visual, abstract and psychic. The left brain is good at organizing, getting stuff done, and thinking about things. You have both of those. That's really interesting. I don't get to see that very often. One of the cards that came up for you is the High Priestess upside down. Says, yes, you are psychic. You have abilities. It wants you to turn this card right side up and use them. Don't be afraid of them, because it's a beautiful part of you. Now, here's what I see coming up for you. The first card that came up is the Knight of Swords. And that is often, the Knight is a man usually under 40. The swords can be a man or a woman or a llama. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But I think it's a man for you. He's a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. And he kind of is coming in like a knight in shiny armor who wants to save you. But you're very independent, which is great. However, is there somebody around you who sort of wants to be with you, but you're like, I can take care of myself? I'm going out on a limb here. Is this making any sense to you?
Absolutely. Sounds
Really?
crazy, but yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's interesting is he wants to be the King of Cups for you, but it's upside down. So what he wants to be is like the good boyfriend, husband, father card. However, he's a little, God bless him, he's a little dopey. And I mean that in the sweetest way, but sometimes, you know that book, The 5 Love Languages? It's a great book. It says that people speak different languages of love. So I like compliments. I give compliments when I love somebody and I love to, but like my boyfriend loves to do things. And I had to sort of train him with a whip and a chair to give me compliments. And I had to learn that his love language is doing stuff. So if I want to show him how much I care about him, I do stuff because that's his language. Now, reason I'm saying this is this person has a different love language than you. And I think it's a little frustrating because I think you want him to do this, this, and this, but that's not how he expresses his feelings. So if you're open to him just expressing his affection and honestly love for you in a way that's a little different than your expectations, is this making sense to you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Yay. Because he's a good guy. He is. But I think it's a little frustrating for you right now because I think girls, women, no matter how, I'm a feminist, but I want somebody to bring me roses and buy me little gifts with lots of diamonds in them. I don't actually expect that, but there's a little girl part of me that kind of does. So if he's not doing that, look at how he is showing you he cares. Does he show up? Does he call? Does he see how you're doing? Does he share ideas with you? So that's that. Now, in other aspects of your life, you have a small nuclear family, but a large extended family. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Good. There are going to be some secrets coming out in your family. It's interesting. I'm not going to say everybody's family has secrets. Heavens to Betsy. I didn't find out that one of my brothers was actually a large marmoset until a couple of years ago. Kidding, but it looks like in your family there's going to be some changes for the better. Do you mind if I ask? I'm getting 2 kids around you, but I'm not sure if you already have them or if they're coming up for you. Sorry, been a long day.
Well, I don't have any kids, and I hope they're not coming up.
Do you have nieces or nephews? I got kids around you, but they didn't seem like they were yours right now. Okay. So it looks like there
I have
are
2 godchildren.
That's it. Okay. 2 girls or boy and a girl? Don't say 2 boys and ruin my
2
name.
boys.
Great, thank you. Okay, well, my godchildren radar is a little off, but it's interesting. You're going to be seeing a lot of them sort of unexpectedly soon. And these kids, the godmother role from somebody who's 10 godchildren, these kids really look up to you, and they see you as this kind of independent, cool, like fashionable person. And I would sort of look at that because I think you're having a little low self-esteem moment, which all fantastic women do occasionally. It looks like you're going to be fighting for a position at your job, but you're going to win. Somebody else is trying to elbow their way in. And then around September, the Fool card comes up, which does not mean you're a fool, quite the opposite. You're going to be either going to get a promotion and a new title and work with other people, or you're going to get a different and new job. It's one of the two. The Fool is the beginning of a whole new journey in your life. It's a step up, and you might be taking on something professionally, or if you don't have a job, this might be when a new one shows up. You might be taking on something professionally that is a little scary, but you're going to find out that you can do it, and boy, can you do it. So you've got a good year coming up. It also feels like you might actually get engaged this year. This card, when it shows up, is surefire. It's 2 people standing under what the Jewish culture calls a chuppah, which is a wedding like canopy. So that might be in your future. Yeah, that's about, what else am I getting? Yeah, so explore your sort of psychic and intuitive side. The last thing I'm going to say is this is your advice card, and you can be really outgoing and charming and creative. On this card, if you see the little black cat at her feet, that means she's psychic. So don't be afraid to be your sort of most outgoing, shiny self and to explore sort of your psychic abilities, because those will really serve you in your job, your love life, and the rest of it. Sound good?
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Come back soon. Tell your friends. Okay. Take care, my dear. Thank you.
I have a friend right here. Thank you.
All right. Hi, friend. Thank you. Okay. Who's up next? Wait, by the way, oh, Amanda, I love that name. Sister-in-law named Amanda. Hi, Amanda. How are you today?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, you got a beautiful, contralto voice. Nice. I'm well. How are you?
Good.
You have a slightly pressing issue. I just want to quickly ask you when your birthday is, if I can do that, just because that helps me tune into you fast.
It's December 19th. 82.
Good day. Oh, you're just a baby. I have shoes older than you. Okay. You have a question that you might be a little like, should I ask this? Go ahead, ask it. What's your question, my love?
I really don't know. I'm just like questioning about like maybe relationship, financial wise.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple months for you. It feels like you felt like a little isolated. I mean, even if you weren't, you felt that way. Financially, there's an opportunity. Yeah. Well, you're going through a lot of growth. Let me see what the cards say about Amanda. Let's do 3 cards for you. Tell us especially about Amanda's. Okay. This goes along with what I got when I was tuning in on you. There are a couple of opportunities financially that you might not be seeing, or if you do see them, you might be like, I'll do that tomorrow, which would make you exactly like everybody else in the world. But there are more opportunities for making money around you than you think. When you get the 5 cup card, the 5 of Cups is somebody, if you notice, I'm sorry, if I hold this right, if you notice, he is this guy who's wearing this kind of depressing outfit. He's looking at 3 spilled cups, but he's got 2 full cups behind him. So this is saying there are opportunities around you that you may not be seeing because I'm not sure if you're taking your talents and your wonderfulness seriously enough. It's a little hard, you know. Go ahead. There's also do you mind if I ask what state you live in?
Ohio.
Okay. If you go to the Ohio .gov website, the Office of Unclaimed Property, I think that there is some money you don't know about there. That's what my guides just said. I'm going to say, if you want to get in touch with me, I'm Perry Lyons, P-E-R-I, like in Periwinkle, Lyons, L-Y-O-N-S, on Facebook. If you get in touch with me, I'll send you the link for that. But I think that there are some unclaimed funds waiting for you. I got $10,000 through an unclaimed funds thing about 7 years ago. So, and it's the same, I'm getting the same kind of vibe for you. There's also a side hustle that you could do because you have a talent. There's something that you're so good at and just do so naturally that you sort of take it for granted. You don't think of it as special. Do you have like a hobby, or what's something that you like to do that you wouldn't think you could make money at?
I have no idea. Cleaning? That's what I used to do, is cleaning.
I think this is a little easier than that. So I'm going to tell you a few more things. After we hang up, I'd like you to just think back. It's like, are you a really good baker? Do you make terrific candy? Are you, think about stuff that you do naturally for your kids and the people around you. And understand, you also have a beautiful speaking voice. You can do voiceovers. The Knight of Pentacles. Seems like there is a young man. Do you have a grown son, who is a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo?
Do I?
First of all, do you have a grown son?
Do I have a son?
Do you have a son?
No, I have 4 daughters.
Oh, okay. There's a young man around in your vicinity. Sorry about that. It's just when I saw the Knight of Pentacles. There's a young man, he's under like 35, the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles signify money. And this means to me that there's somebody around you who there's an opportunity that can come through him. How old is your oldest daughter? 19?
My oldest is 19.
Yeah. Damn, I'm good. Can we get a little applause for that? Yeah, your girls are great too. And by the way, I know you worry about them, but they're all going to be fine. They really are. They're smart, and it's funny. The two of them are so different that they might as well be from different planets, but they're smart, and you've done a really good job. Maybe this is the guy your oldest daughter is seeing right now, but there's a younger man around you who there's an opportunity coming through him. And it's more interesting than cleaning, although I really respect cleaning. And if you want to come to Maryland and help me with this place, which I'd be very grateful. The last card I got for you, Amanda, is, oh, that's interesting. I got the engagement card again. I don't know if one of your girls is going to get engaged or if it's interesting. This says to me that the opportunity I'm looking at for you might have something to do with weddings or doing hair and makeup for weddings, doing catering for weddings. There's some opportunity there. I don't know if there's a wedding center where you live. Now, wow, you've overcome more obstacles in the last 7 years than most people have overcome in like 90. So you're really strong. You've done most of it alone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So understand that you have done, like, you performed a huge, like, miracle feat, getting those girls brought up and clothed and fed and to be really good people. If you can do that, you can do anything. And there's a lot of opportunity coming up for you at end of July, early August. And if you want to know more, Perry Lyons on Facebook, get in touch with me. I'll give you a free 15-minute reading and hook you up with some, I'll help you out as much as I can, because you have done so much for other people that it would be fun to give back to you. Are you done with that?
Yeah.
Get in touch with me. Okay. Because you deserve some support. And a vacation. All right, my love. Thank you so much for calling in. And Amanda, I have so much admiration for you and every other single mom out there. Man. And bless you. Bless your paws and whiskers, as a friend used to say. And have a great week. And it just gets better, everyone. It just gets better. Come back next week. I'm Perry Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic on Moonstruck TV, A1R Radio. And thank you so much for gracing my life with your presence. See you soon. See you next week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Gemma's Spirit World with Gemma. Live from GemmaSpiritWorld.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Gemma's Spirit World
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Gemma, your host tonight. How has everyone been this week? My goodness, we're nearly out of June. It's gone so quickly for me. Here on the Gold Coast, it's getting a little bit chilly. Not cold, but the nights are cooler and the mornings are just a little bit too cold for me to get out of bed too early. So I found it was a little bit of a struggle this morning, but the beautiful sunshine is shining and I'm like a lizard. You know, I'm attracted to the sun and I like to sit out in the sun and just bathe. You know, it's my happy place. And I know that we all must have happy places where we like to go just to get clarity or focused, or, you know, just to get our inner peace. And my happy place is sitting out in the sun. So I have been doing a lot of that this week. But yeah, it just really recharges my soul. And, you know, you might have a happy place where it might be by the water, might be out in your garden. It might be out, you know, among nature or anywhere, but it's really nice to take some time out during the day to recharge and to you know, it really lights up your soul. So I thought maybe we'd do something different this week instead of me just talking about myself, because, you know, some weeks my weeks are busy, other times my weeks are slow, and sometimes I just don't know what to talk about. So I thought I'd shuffle some cards, and for the viewers that are watching tonight, if you could think of a number between 1 and 3, and I will draw 3 cards and just see what messages come through for you. So choose either number 1, 2, or 3, and I will draw a card. So first card I have drawn is intuition. So for the people that have chosen number 1, whoops, I know I'm really bad with sense of direction. So it's really about going within. You know, we all have intuition. It's that gut feeling that we just know that things are right, you know, and it's the one thing that I've learned about intuition is to really trust what you feel. Trust what you know. If you have a feeling that, you know, go with that feeling. Don't doubt, because I find that when I doubt my intuition, it just, you know, I end up saying to myself, oh, I should have done that. I knew I should have done that. So we all have that gut intuition. So just follow, you know, and what I'm getting for viewers that chose number 1 is to, you know, really write down the messages that you're receiving. You know, it might be signs that you're noticing, or, you know, it just could be just something that, you know, you feel so strongly about. Don't doubt, move forward with that. And, you know, instead of saying no, say yes to things. So that's what I'm getting for viewers that with number 1. So our next card for number 2, I have got, okay, gratitude. This is one of my favorite cards. Gorgeous. Gratitude, and I know that the more gratitude you have in your life, the more you are present. I wake up every morning and I list 3 things that I'm grateful for, and it just you really appreciate the things and the people that you have in your life, and just goes to show that you don't need a lot in your life to be happy. So the messages I've got coming through for you is to continue, you know, look at a question like, what brings joy into your life? You know, it could be, you know, just hanging out with friends, connecting with nature. It could be the simplest things like cooking your favorite meal, bring joy into your life and do more of it. And appreciate what you do have and what you can do with you know, with the things that we do have in our life. I'm grateful for my eyes, and I know without my eyes I wouldn't be able to see the world. I wouldn't be able to experience the things to know what I'm seeing. So I'm really grateful that when I wake up in the morning and I have my eyes that take in everything. So, you know, it just brings more meaning to life and more love and a more appreciation to the beauty that's right in front of us. And it really just, you know, so yes, just really even to meditate, you know, take a few minutes out of your day to really connect with the love, with your soul, and appreciate. So our next card for number 3, let me see. Oh, you know, it's interesting. I keep hearing boundaries are really important for number 3. I know I haven't drawn the card, but I know that without healthy boundaries put in place, I find that people like to walk over you. You know, it's okay to say no, and you don't need to explain, you know, the reasons for saying no. So yeah, this is all about relationships, and I just feel that it's really important to, you know, have these boundaries in place with families, with friends, so that you know where you stand and they know where you stand. You know, it's nice to be to have that respect for one another. So the card that I've pulled is family time. So boundaries are very important around the ones that we love, and it's just yeah, I'm getting also around number 3 is around money for certain people as well. So just be careful of how much you give and just notice how much comes back to you. Alrighty, so thank you for choosing your numbers between 1 and 3. We're going to connect to some callers. We have Jeffrey in Schenectady, New York, USA. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you tonight?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How can I help you?
Yeah. Well, that's just like one small problem. I could, like, every once in a while you're cutting in and out, so I could hardly hear like a little bit of what you were saying. But yeah, I just want to know if you can like take some readings on like someone that passed away or something.
Yep, definitely can.
What was that?
You would like a message from a loved one that's passed? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I actually, as you were talking, I have a lady around you, and she has dark hair, short dark hair. Does this resonate with a family member of yours that have passed away with dark hair? A lady. Of also having. Okay, let me just see. I have this lady that's in front of me. She's holding a like. I keep saying a cross. Whether she was, you know, she was a very religious lady. Does this resonate with a family member with you? She keeps showing me a cross.
I'm sorry. You were just breaking up. What was that again? I couldn't really hear you.
Okay, sorry. I keep seeing this lady that I have in front of me. She's showing me a cross. She's letting me know that she was very religious, or she believed a lot in this. She had a lot of belief in people. She's showing me a cross, a cross, like Jesus on the cross. I don't know, it's some kind of cross. She's showing me this very religious lady. does this resonate with a family member that's passed away?
Who is it that you're asking?
I have a female, I have a lady around me at the moment, and she's showing me a cross, like a religious cross. She's also got a bag, like a big basket of I don't know. She has a big heart. She had a lot of love to give to others. She shared a lot of her life. She gave a lot. She was the kind of lady that would go out of her way to give to others that were that had less than what she had. She's letting me know that she even helped the homeless people that didn't have enough food to eat. Like, she helped people. Does this resonate with a lady in your family, a family member that had passed?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I was having a hard time trying to catch all of that, what you were saying.
Yep.
It sounds like you said pop, like another word for father or something like that.
Yes.
And then I heard about picture in the jacket. I couldn't really make out a lot of what you were saying, and I was trying to make everything just really coordinate.
Okay. Okay. So it's, I can hear you very clearly, and basically what, this lovely lady that I have around me, she's letting me know that she had it may have been a car accident that she passed over with. Before she passed over, she had a car accident. I keep hearing the sound of a horn. So I just have this lovely lady around me. She has a big heart, and she gave a lot of her time to help others. The message that she has to bring through to you is to really look out for all the blue butterflies around you, whether you have noticed a lot of blue butterflies around you lately. I think we may have lost Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't know if you stopped talking or if it was just once again I couldn't hear you or whatnot. I didn't know that you did that you stopped talking, because like I said, I couldn't hardly hear anything that you're talking about. I mean, little bits and pieces, but I to be honest, I can't really make anything out.
Okay. Well, at the moment, that's all. I just have this beautiful person in the room, and it may be someone that you're not resonating with straight away. But what I do have, a message that's coming through for you is to, whether you're in whether you're at a crossroads in your life at the moment, I see that you have two big decisions, two big decisions to make in regards to your work life. Are you currently working two jobs at the moment, or wanting, not two jobs, but are you currently in, I don't know how I'm trying to say this, are you currently in a position in your life where you have two opportunities coming your way in regards to work? It's like you have a big decision to make in regards to work. What I'm seeing is there's two job offerings coming your way around work.
Yeah, I hope so. Because right now I'm out of work because I got free furlough. So right now, I'm just trying to wait for my job to open back up so then I can get back to work.
Yeah, and I see that things are moving forward for you. So it's looking like what I'm seeing is that it's going to be a positive outcome for you. I do see that work isn't too far away. I keep getting the number 3, so the next 3 weeks is really important for you. I'm also, I've just seen a yellow car come through. So whether you've got some issues with traveling or how to get to work or something going on with your car, there's something going on around your travel arrangements. Has that affected your work life or the way you get to work?
Yeah, yeah, my mom's car, it it kind of has a problem to it. She has to tomorrow in the morning. She has to take it to the dealership to get it checked up on and everything like that. And my stepdad's car, the muffler is pretty much completely off of it, and he needs to get it towed to the mechanics to I don't know, probably get a whole new muffler put back on there or something like that. So, but I mean, I can walk to work. Um, that's no problem because it's like a hop, skip, and a jump. So.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so I just see that's going on in your life at the moment. But I'm also, do you actually have a birthday coming up as well? I see flowers around you or some kind of anniversary or flowers. There's flowers around you at the moment. Have you got a birthday coming up?
No, my birthday's not for a while, but I have a best friend. His birthday is July 4th. His birthday's coming up.
Yeah, so I see that's exciting times for you and your friends as well. So I see lots of happy memories, memories being created. Because I just keep seeing a camera. So whether your mate or yourself like to take lots of photos of like a timeline of your life, I just see that a camera is involved. Just making memories together, more memories.
Yeah. I always like to can take pictures of everything. Well, I won't say everything, but things that stick out to me. Yeah, not pretty much. I won't say all the time, but I won't say once in a while either. But like at different points during like the days or the weeks or whatever the case might be, sometimes I feel the need to take a selfie sometimes, and and yeah.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
sometimes go ahead. I'm sorry.
Definitely. No, keep on doing it. It shows the part of the world that a lot of people don't get to see, but it's amazing what you see through your eyes. You've got this really creative spark about you as well. So, continue to do what you're doing because it brings a lot of joy and happiness into your life.
Yeah, I keep on trying to do that and keep on trying to help my mom the best I can at A1R because right now that's not really that much going on with us, and we're just trying to make deal until we can find another place to go. So we're looking to move hopefully in the next 2 years, but time will only tell.
Yeah,
definitely. A lot.
Things are looking. It just feels like where you're living at the moment, it feels very claustrophobic. Like everything's living on top of one another. It just feels very where the location where you live, it just feels like everything's on top of one another. Like there's no space. I keep seeing that the ideal location would be somewhere where the sun shines and where you can actually enjoy your space without having to share it with others.
Right. That's one of the reasons. Yeah. Because when I used to live in Pennsylvania, we were living in a one family home, and we still rented, but it was our home. It was like a 2-story. I'm sorry. I had a little stuff in my throat. It was a two-story home, and that's where I grew up at, But then when we moved here, it's just been one duplex after another. So
yeah.
So we lived in the same side of the house. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've only got 7 minutes left. I really have to get on to my next caller. But what I'm seeing for you also is continue the happy times, the family time with your mum, and celebrating life with your friends that are important to you. Just continue what you're doing, and I do see that work isn't too far away for you. So within the next 3 weeks, to really reach out for that new opportunity that's coming your way. It was lovely to connect with you tonight, and I wish you all the very best.
Okay, I was having a little trouble making you out right there.
Sorry. Okay, there must be some kind of interference again. I'm just letting you know that maybe to rewatch the live video again so you can hear all the messages that I gave to you. And I need to end this call because I have another caller waiting for me. Okay, so we have Corey from California, USA. Hello, Corey. How are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You've got beautiful energy around you. I keep seeing the color purple around you, which lets me know that you're very intuitive.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
How can I help you tonight?
So I received a text today from an ex saying that he doesn't love me and I'm not the one for him and he's not the one for me, and I don't feel like that is the truth. I feel like he is my soulmate, my twin flame, and I just want to make sure that I'm not feeling this and making a big mistake by not moving forward with my life and waiting.
Yep. What I'm seeing around you is, do you have another male friend around you that you're very much connected to, like a very close male friend, apart from your ex? Because I'm feeling the male friend around you that's your friend, there's a very strong connection there with him.
There's a good connection?
Yeah, a very good connection.
So am I okay with waiting for him to return and give him some space?
Yeah, definitely. Just okay, so your ex, okay, so you've got your ex that's obviously said that he doesn't want to be with you, but I'm also seeing another male friend beside you. Do you have another male friend apart from your ex that is around you?
I have my ex-husband, but I don't want my ex-husband back.
No. So what I'm saying, okay. So I've got two males around you. So there's one that's closest to you, like a really best friend. Is this your recent partner that said that he doesn't want to be with you?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's who I see. That's who I see you being with. Like the connection there is very strong. It's like he's put up a wall recently. Is there communication? Like, is he not one to open up his feelings a lot? Like, prefers to I guess open up his feelings through texts, but not by his voice?
Yes, exactly. Like he just shut down and literally just doesn't want to communicate.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm also, if he suffers some kind of depression as well, like his mood swings seem to be up and down because my head really hurts, whether he's an overthinker as well. Yeah, and I think he overthinks a lot of, he overthinks a lot and he has a lot, and which puts a lot of fear into his heart. I just think that what I'm seeing is that just to take it, which I know that, you're waiting, you're very patient. And what I see is reconnecting again, like being, organized, as somewhere that you can reconnect together and to really talk about it in person rather than over texts and over messages, just to get a really feel for what's going on. I feel that, I see you both being together. I feel that the connection is really strong, but it's his fears and doubts that's stopping him from embracing, this connection that you both share.
Okay. He doesn't live in the same city I live in, so anything you can recommend on how I can see him?
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I had a feeling there was a reason why you haven't been able to do this in person. I keep seeing the number 3 around you as well. So, whether that in 3 weeks or something on the 3rd, next month on the 3rd, there's something around the number 3. And I see that being
Okay.
What I also see as well, do you do FaceTime? Because I keep seeing a computer screen. Do you FaceTime one another? Even if you can just see.
We used to FaceTime all the time.
Yeah, so maybe, organize a catch-up through FaceTime. I feel that's really important that you get to see him. Corey, I only have 60 seconds, but I wish you all the best with this connection, but really connect with him face-to-face so you can really see him.
Okay. All right. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you. Enjoy your night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, A1R Psychic Radio, for listening tonight. Have a great weekend. 30 seconds, yes. Okay, have a great weekend, and I look forward to bringing through messages next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Persian Medium I Am Power with Fia Johann. Live from PersianMedium.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Persian Medium I Am Power
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. You may know me as the #1 success coach in America, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and also the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And this show is a lot about helping you get from where you are now to where you want to be. We're going to help you do that today. I have a fabulous guest today with me, Fia Johansson. She is an amazing being who is going to share I think, some powerful information that will transform your life with us today. She is a entrepreneur's coach, a coach of entrepreneurs, and also a keynote speaker. And those terms don't even begin to talk about the depth of who you are. So we'll unpack that a little bit. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So tell us a bit about that. You know, you're a coach, you're a speaker. Tell us about yourself, some background perhaps, and a little bit about your work. Just
Sure.
get started.
After I got Master of Psychology, I asked myself, now what? Okay, you got Master of Psychology, you're in your practice 8 hours a day, and you're just listening to people who came in and just crying, feel anxious, not happy, not feeling okay, and always connected to themselves about their past, not looking forward for the future. Then how you can fear change this? Well, nobody teach us in high school and university what means conscious and subconscious. But I learned, and I felt, okay, you do have a Master of Psychology. You did a lot of businesses at the age of 22. So you know how to be or help all the entrepreneurs out there. And most of those amazing problems, they come from finance. But how can you help them to achieve faster? And instead, they're walking into your office and talk about, I can't do it, I'm not happy. They just focus on something that they can do it, and they will, and they are going to. And from there, I named myself Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
Subconscious mind surgeon.
How to hijack someone's subconscious mind, how to make him and her happier and healthier and wealthier about herself or himself, and how to make them to become successful. Just to know the secret between conscious and subconscious.
So let's unpack that for a minute, if you will. What is the secret to know between the conscious and
Well, what's happening in our life, who we are today, is all because of our subconscious. Mm-hmm. So how we attract things to ourselves? Because of our conscious. So if we consciously connecting to positivities, replace negative thought to positive thought. So subconsciously, we are attracting positivities, monies, energies, and people. You was the one that taught me in so many years how we can use our subconscious mind, our brain, to get what we want. Mm-hmm. So you've been my mentor for so many years, Jack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have been your mentor. I think in many ways you've gone beyond me and some of your understandings of this work and your ability to assist people with that, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. I read all your books, and I was amazed by each of them.
Thank you.
And you taught me a lot, and I found the secret in between conscious and subconscious, which after so many years, I'm teaching all my students, followers, fans, over 2 million followers, fans worldwide, and I'm talking about you so highly, and I'm telling them, just ask and receive. And they asking me, what do you mean ask? I said, well, Jack said ask and receive, because you always says ask, never just refuse to ask. And then they said, like, what is in between asking and receiving? And what is in between asking and subconscious mind? I said, well, you are asking. That means consciously you put yourself through on fear or no problem in whatsoever you can think in your business or in your private life. And subconsciously, when you are at sleep, your brain is starting to recognize, realize, and bring things to attention to universe. And the frequencies will bring everything back to your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is all about frequencies and vibration.
Absolutely. We are all based on energies, and you know that, Jack.
I do. When you're teaching your students, in addition to what you just said, are there other things you do to teach them to raise their vibration, raise their frequencies?
Exactly.
Can you share some of those?
Well, some people ask me, how can I do that? Well, like on the way here, I just put on the music. I'm so excited. So everybody was like, oh, I love this music, and I'm excited. I got excited. Like, yes, like you guys, I mean, they can easily do with some memories, something that they make them to feel happy. let's say that we do have like a bad day or something had happened last week, we are not feeling happy, I would say, you know what, change it, replace it. It's all thought. To me, there's no such thing as a bad thought and good thought. It's all thought. But we are the producer of those thoughts. If I'm going to have a drama in my life, so I produce a drama and became a drama queen. If I want action, I produce action. If I want calmness and happiness, I produce calmness and happiness and family movies. So just do it the way that you want. And it's all thought. And that's what people kind of think of, you're right. Yeah, replace it. Positive thought. Because this is all your thought. You can change it in a second and minutes. And that's what they do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you and I are involved in a book together.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
Good.
Exactly. I am so excited about that book. And I'm so happy to co-author together with you. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I still can't believe that I've been asked by you. And I'm just so grateful. So a lot of people ask me, what is all about? What is all about success? And they ask me what means. Means that how you can easily, but very gradually and nicely succeed in what you want in your life. And it's all about strategy. What type of strategy of your life you have to choose or have in order to succeed. So Success Strategy book, for a lot of my students, followers and fans, is going to be the biggest book ever. They're going to change their life, and I know they will, and I know it's going to.
How do you define success for you?
To me, success means when you are happy, when you find your happiness. Success means you do things that you love. You feel things that you love. You connect with things that you love. And to me, success divine with love.
Beautiful.
It's divine love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're a producer of a film called The Game Masters, which I'm really eager to see. Talk about the movie.
Well, it's all about sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, human traffickings, and it's telling what's happening around us, around countries, Middle Eastern and all other places. And that way, I would say I was very blessed to get connect with a lot of powerful people, police, law enforcement, who they would love to help me to bring it to a lot of people's attention, what's going on around us, around the world. And that taught me a lot, and I'm very happy and blessed that I could. And is still continuing, is still get going. We are going to have another movie which coming, and it's going to be almost continuing the same way, but we are going to let other people know about more political stuff, things which is behind and all the stuff. I know that there's a lot of people maybe not really like that when we poke them in the eyes, but we're just trying to show people what's going on around and what means human trafficking, what means when a woman, beautiful, gorgeous ladies who came from other countries without knowing what she's going, where she's going, how she's doing, and what happened to her, and what else is going to happen in the world. So there's a lot behind it.
What drew you into that project?
Well, as you know, I'm also medium, so basically this is my bonus. So I'm working with law enforcement, police officers, private investigators, and also intelligence services. So I saw a lot with my own eyes. I feel a lot with my own heart. And I felt I need to make a movie. I need to bring it to attention to other people as well. They need to know about it. And this is the truth, the real truths of everything that we have on a daily basis, but we have no idea if it even exists or not. So that made me to feel that take an action, make movies, and let everybody knows about it.
So most people out there would say, oh, I see something, I'm going to make a movie. I mean, most people would feel overwhelmed by even committing to doing such a big thing.
It's hard. It's not easy. Making a movie is not easy. Being a producer is not easy because you have to connect with a lot of people. And in Hollywood, well, as I always says, there is I'm possible Hollywood and impossible Hollywood. So you have to get connect with impossible, but to me, because I just choose the name as I'm possible Hollywood, everything has to say yes, and they're gonna just go for it, and we are going to shake hands. But it was hard. It was not easy, and having the commitment to a lot of people, let them to commit with you, make their promises come around, and get things move on. It's just not easy. It wasn't easy, but I believe in one thing. If you want to do something, and if you do have enough belief on what you are doing and the message that you want to send to the world, then universe will help you no matter what. So that's what universe helped me. So I found most amazing actors and actress. I found amazing, basically investors, and I found amazing A-list actress who basically wanted and would love to get in touch and get in tune with it. And I love the way that they wanted to, kind of get engaged and shaking hand with me and just say, we are here for you. For whatever you are doing, we are here to support you.
Beautiful. Is the movie a drama or a documentary, or what's the...
It's drama.
Drama.
Yeah, action drama.
Very good. Well, good for you. That's impressive.
I have another things that coming up soon. Next movie. Maybe I should just make a movie of your life.
That's already been done.
Well, we can do another version.
Okay.
You just said that you birthed again about like 2 days ago.
I went through a very transformative experience just a week ago, and I feel very different. So maybe we'll make a movie about that.
Definitely. For sure.
I'm just wondering who you'll cast as me. That'll be interesting.
It's going to be, I'm so sure. I'm also working with a lot of charities, and I open my own charities because I believe through knowledge, people can understand themselves better. Mm-hmm. They can fool each other. They can hate each other. So basically, through knowledge, you can really find through yourself and build yourself out. So that's why I built my Cultivating Knowledge, charity or foundation, which is there's a lot of celebrities already been involved and helped me on that, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that as well. And also, I'm co-authoring book with Jiu-Jitsu master in United States. He was the one who basically brought Jiu-Jitsu to United States, or his family basically found the Jiu-Jitsu. And I have to take you there because you need to definitely train with Riga Machado. So he's trained all celebrities, A-list celebrities in Beverly Hills, and you name it, he's trained.
Wow, that's great.
And he's an awesome guy, like humble, like nice teddy bear, so kind in so many ways, and I know you're gonna love him.
Oh, I look forward to that. That's exciting.
So yeah, would love to co-author with him and just like tell about his success stories, because it's amazed me. I mean, I cried when he started to tell about himself and telling what he did. I almost cried. I was like, wow, I couldn't even believe that you went through all those things, and then wow, that's amazing success that you have, and all celebrities, one after each other, just like walking to his academy. It was like, wow, I'm amazed by you, man. What type of power you have? Tell me about your secret. And he always says, well, you know my secret, Fia? Subconscious mind, huh? He's funny.
That's beautiful, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. There are so many stories that need to be told. So many people walking the planet who have these inspirational lives, and the people need more of that. I think we need a few less Transformer movies and a few more stories like that to really talk about true transformation.
Exactly.
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 Coming.
Yeah, good for
you.
It's
coming. It's coming.
So, is there if you had like one main message, everyone out there, like, what would you say to them? What do you want to impart to people?
Well, there's two messages out there, basically. One of my most important message to you guys who basically wants to open a new businesses, became an entrepreneur and not knowing what to do. So find a good investors, find a good productive group of people. And number 3, just get into the market and nail it. And my second message, you already have a company and you are already successful, but you are tired and you don't know where to go and what to do because you just feel bored and you want to make more money, but not more money coming. for my advices, hire the coach and mentor, me and Jack. We know how to do to make you to feel fun, happy, and connected to yourself again. Because there's a lot of successful people already. They make, you guys make money, they make money. They do not have any problem of making money. But happiness, they do have issues with happiness. How they can connect with themselves, with their own soul, satisfied. Why when it comes to my family, when it comes to money, when it comes to my, 7 Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever, but I'm not still satisfied with myself. Well, we can help you guys to feel satisfied with your soul, together with Jack.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Now, obviously, you have your book, you have your coaching programs, you do mediumship, all this stuff. If people want to get in touch with you to find out more, take advantage of what you have to offer, where do they go?
Well, I do have a very strong social media, Persian Medium. So it's very strong. It's over 1,300,000 of followers, which I'm very grateful and happy for that. I have my Facebook, which is about 500,000 followers, which is I'm grateful and thankful for that. I have PersianMedium.com, which if you guys go to PersianMedium.com, they can get all the news worldwide. And some people, they want to just like have some conversation with me kind of on the phone in a confidential way. They don't want to mention about their name. A lot of celebrities basically are communicating with me through that platform because they don't want to bring about their names or whatever it is. So it's Avid Advice, A-V-I-D advice.com. It's actually the secure and safe platform for all of you to just connect with me and ask me any questions from A to Z, and I'm here to help you out.
Beautiful. So now I understand you're working on another book too. Can you share with us what that is?
This is actually the book that I do with my husband. So me as a woman, he is a man. We are thinking how we are almost connecting with each other, like he's a pizza type of slide when it comes to his mind, his strategies, the feelings, or his life when it comes to the wife, to the kids, and everything. And I'm actually the sweet cake layers, which basically woman has life as a sweet cake, layers by layers by layers, but man has like a pizza sliders. Like, you know what, this is a slide of my life, which is my career. The another slide is actually, my wife, my kids, and my friends, and other stuff. So, but through that book, we are going to share why a lot of men and women, after 5 years, after 6 years, they feel bored and they can't handle each other anymore, and there is no sweet love anymore in between them. And why men and women, after 6 and maybe 10 years, not understanding each other's or each other's language, and the sex life is not actually working. What's going on? The same chemistry was about 10 years ago is not even working anymore. So how you can hit this up with knowing how this pizza slide and the sweet cake layers work together.
That's beautiful. No, it's so good because the statistic is that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So there's something in there about gluten-free. We won't go there, but we'll get...
I love that.
We'll
actually, that's fantastic. I love it.
But I think it's going to be such a contribution to so many people. So I'm really happy you're doing that.
Oh, thank you.
What's your husband's name? Let's give him a...
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah, right, Mr. Rick. So Rick is an amazing entrepreneur, fantastic dad, and amazing husband. And I mean it. I'm a busy woman, 24 hours and 7 days working with a million projects, but he is also doing the same things, but he's always there for our kids. We have 3 boys, 1 and 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5, as I remember. So, and they love him so much. And I'm so happy and lucky to have him as a husband, because without him, I wouldn't really become a successful person today. Because when you have everything cozy and happy at home, kids is happy and they're connected to themselves, then make you to feel powerful to continue, encourage you to trying to bring, money, love, passion, whatever they want in their life. But if he wasn't there, I wouldn't even do any of those, because my mind couldn't even actually settle in one thing, focus on one thing, and I couldn't be a multitasker.
Beautiful. Well, good for him and good for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm looking forward to the book.
Absolutely, me too. Let's see if women gonna hate him or love him, or if men gonna love me or hate me. I don't know. Like, let's say we figure it out later on.
I'm sure we will. Great.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you choose me to co-author with me?
I think you're an amazing being. You're one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. And I think you have deep, deep wisdom to impart with the world. And I want that wisdom out there. So anything I can do to support that and getting your message out, your energy out, having people realize you're a resource that's valuable, I would do that in a minute.
And by the way, I am also invited for 2 shows, like a reality shows, which is on their production already. Hopefully coming next year, and I would love to have you in one of my shows.
I would love to.
I can't wait.
My pleasure.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's exciting.
It's super exciting.
Well, I just see you at the top of a cliff, just diving off into the space and doing like amazing things. Yeah,
exactly. Well, always my husband says, when someone says no to you, you get more challenge. I was like, of course. Then never say no to me. So I was like, that's exactly what I say no to you, because I know exactly how to challenge you. So no to me is all challenge, and challenge to me is happiness, love, and prosperity. And I think challenge means that change the directions, feel happy again, and find your niche. Just like, every each of us has some talent, but not every each of us knows exactly how to use this talent. And just tap into the abilities that you have, that I always tell you guys. And I read all your books, and that's exactly what you says all the time. Find the real purpose of your life, and when you find the real purpose, then you know how to live. And that's exactly what I did. I found my purpose. My purpose is all about helping others, as you do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. My purpose has always been I'm inspiring and empowering people to live their highest vision. Exactly. The highest power, the divine energies, the divine love. And everything actually is possible with divine love. Everything. Everything. I think we'll end with that. That's a good statement. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. So you heard it here. And it's all available to you. And you deserve it. And so there are many places to go to receive that. But this woman here is one of the great supporters of your evolution. And so it's like, think about this as we end this show, that so many times opportunities come in front of you to actually give you the very thing you're looking for. And sometimes we pass it up. So don't do that this time. Take advantage of what she has to offer you. So thanks for joining us. Remember, everything's possible with divine love. You are divine love. And we're all here together to serve each other. And so I hope tonight or today, whenever you're watching this, that you've been served by us. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Talking About Success.
Welcome back to the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative. I'm excited to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Fia Johansson, who's better known as the Persian medium and subconscious mind surgeon. She's a multi-talented motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. An author who works closely with law enforcement to help locate missing people and solve difficult criminal cases with detectives and as well as private investigators. Throughout her career, she's helped thousands of people identify personal roadblocks to help them truly believe in their own path to success, whatever that dream may be. Her greatest passion in life is helping others achieve their ultimate dreams and desires, teaching people to believe that truly anything is possible. Please help me welcome to the stage Ms. Fia Johansson.
Welcome back. Did you know that police departments across the country and even the CIA sometimes turn to psychics to help them solve cases? Victims' families looking for answers also turn to mediums for closure. Fiona Johansson is an author as well as a licensed psychologist and hypnotist.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a celebrity medium, a clinical hypnotherapist, a holistic healer, and holds a master's in psychology. Fia Johansson is known as the Persian medium, and she's even worked with intelligence agencies and law enforcement to find answers in cases. cases. She also wants all of us to discover our best selves. Fia, good morning.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jack Canfield, your host for Hollywood Live. My next guest, Fia Johansson, is an amazing person. She is speaks 5 languages, which I find very impressive. She's emigrated to several countries, has a psychology degree from the University of Stockholm in Sweden. She is a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist and healer, and God knows probably other things I don't even know about.
Hi, welcome back to Times Square today. I am your host, Greg Roulette, and I am very excited for our next guest because she is known as the Persian Medium, the subconscious mind surgeon. She's a motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. This is going to be a fascinating conversation with my good friend, Fia Johansson.
For centuries, it's believed that mediums have been able to mediate communication between spirits of the dead and living human beings. People usually recruit mediums to help them get in contact with family members or friends who have passed on. But celebrity psychic Fia Johansson is also using her abilities to help law enforcement solve cold cases and help exonerate and free innocent inmates. And Fiona is joining us now. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing today? Welcome to Avid Awakening, a beautiful, gorgeous wellness center who will adjust you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, it will help you to manifest your finance, anything and everything you desire for. This place is a very beautiful place which is located in Crona del Mar. So please book your appointment today.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. And now Australia's Psychic Cowgirl with Tanya Reid. Live from AustraliaPsychicCowgirl.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Australia's Psychic Cowgirl on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
G'day, Tanya Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek here in Victoria, Australia. I hope you are having a great evening, afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I hope you've had a good week. I can't believe it's the next week. So yeah, the time's flying. So sending much love and healing out to everybody this week. And yeah, I trust that you're coping with the current energies okay, because it's been a little bit of a struggle for many. And I do want to say, don't feel you're on your own with that, because there's a lot of people being thrown out of kilter at the moment. And I know it's kind of a theme that's been ongoing for a little while, but it's really, it's like we're being shown at the moment that we need to have faith and trust what it is, what the lesson is in all of this turmoil at the moment. And I know, throughout the world, we're seeing so much unrest and, everyone's just feeling energetically, I think, part of that. So if we can hold the faith and trust that the solutions are there for us to find, we just need to, sometimes take a deep breath and get a better understanding of what that is. I've got my puppy here today because everyone's gone off to work, so I'm the one babysitting. So here she is. There's little puppy bear. So I'm trying to get her to not chew on my internet cable so I, fall out of service. So, yeah, so I thought a little bit of puppy spam is always good to put a smile on your face. So don't forget to embrace humour and have a bit of fun. That's the way I deal with things, and we find that works well for us. I've been riding my horses, a little bit more during this energy, just to really connect into doing what I love to do, and that helps with dealing with all the turmoil and the energies that are current for many of us at the moment. So focus on what you love doing. Try to let go of the stress and worry as much as you can. And I know for many we're going through a bit of that. There's been a lot of people that are losing jobs or having things happen that are out of their control. So don't feel you're on your own. There's many that are the same at the moment. So it is a part of everyone's journey at the moment. So just know that you're not on your own. Reach out to somebody. Please know that you can do that, because it's really important that we share. And quite often you'll reach out to somebody else and then realize that they're struggling the same as you. And it always helps if there's more than one of us, that we can share things that we innately know, then that we're not on our own. And, believe you me, we're not on our own. There's many people going through the same thing, and, we just need to get together as a community, whether it's your family or friends that you can share with. Please share with others, because, we all help. We're all put on this earth to help each other, and we want to utilise that and know that we're not on our own. So we're a big collective, and if we can, look in our own backyard and help others that are around us that need help at the moment, we're collectively helping the rest of the world. So that's my slant on it, and I think that it's an important message for all of us currently going through different things. So trust the process, and please, by all means, be aware of where you're at and how you can be of service to others. So sometimes when you're going through a lot, if you're connecting with others, it just kind of helps, or that's what I find anyway. So I thought I would share that with you all and say, that's a collective message for all of us to know that we're not on our own. There are struggles, throughout the world. Everyone is, has had a bit of a similar, energetically similar things happening. So just trust the process. Allow yourself to be present. Do the things, like I said before, things that you really enjoy doing. Look at connecting, doing those, and if you find something's not working for you, maybe look at it in a different light, or make a few changes. And I'm finding with my animals that they are it's really relevant at the moment to connect with them and be able to just relax. And animals are really great. If you don't have an animal, borrow someone's animal. So that's pretty cool. So also affirmations are another great one to utilize. Stick them around you if you really want to change some areas of your life. Just tend to fill yourself up with the positivity that affirmations can bring to the table. And I'm also shown mirror work at the moment. If you're not familiar with the mirror work, it's looking into your eyes, into a mirror, and giving yourself those positive affirmations and things like saying, I am enough. And, you do this for a period of time, and you just watch the changes that this will bring about. So my dear Louise Hay, who's no longer with us, but her work is fairly profound. You'll often hear me talk of her. Heal Your Life book is amazing. So for anyone feeling a bit lost at the moment, great, get onto that. It's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go on to my read today for Athena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Athena, how are you?
Hello.
How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good, thanks. Initially, I had a lady come through in spirit prior to coming on the show today, and I felt like I was connecting with a mum energy. Can I ask, is mum in spirit for you?
No.
Okay, so mum's still there. Just like this lady's quite motherly, and I feel like she's in connection with you. All right, there's some shifts and changes that have been happening for you, and I want to go to like the last 8 weeks. There's something, and I want to go to something that you're doing. So I feel like I'm connecting with your work or what you do around you. There's been a change, and there's been some kind of realization that's made you make some changes to what you normally would be doing.
Actually, it's school. So it's
You're
like a
at
new
school?
career.
Yeah. Okay. So you're studying at the moment. What's the? It's like spirit are coming through, showing me there's been a realization. So are you studying something and you've had a realization you're going to slightly change that? Because I want to go to. There's something that's profound that you've had a bit of it's almost like I've had a lightning strike to go, this is really what I want to be doing. It's slightly different to what you were originally thinking.
Yeah, pretty much. It just came down to me figuring out that computers is what it is for me.
Yep. And I want to say, like, in that realization, there's quite a profoundness to it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's like you've got some stuff to do here, girl. And it's almost like, because I feel like with spirit, and again, this lady coming through, whether it's your mum's mum, she's definitely in spirit and she's your number one supporter. So she feels very motherly to me. So it's like she's a nurturer and coming in to go, it's time for you to unclip your wings and step up into this. So I do see you, I know you said you're studying, but I do see you getting started on this journey. Like, so I'm bringing in money, doing what I'm learning at the same time.
Oh wow, that's cool because I'm up for a paid apprenticeship where I'm going to be learning and getting paid and working hands on. So I'm like waiting for the answer to see if I get that. I get that. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are. So it's, and I do want to say with that, there's a couple of considerations, and I do want to say to you, there's something that'll come through first, but it's like, just don't commit to that fully because something else is going to come that's almost perfectly ideal. So in that, it's like you will have options, and okay. I want you to go with, it's like I'm going with the company or the business that is very progressive. So it's like what you bring to the table is unique, and I don't want you put into somewhere where you're just sitting at a desk doing the mundane. You're going to be looking at your strength, and it's like they're going to have that realization what you bring to the table, because it's like what Spirit is showing me is you can look at something and you identify problems and issues really quickly, quicker than the average person.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you don't realize that, it's like they're showing me you do that. Like you can look at it and go, yeah, I can see this, and this needs fixing. And they're going to go, wow, this chick is really onto it and we need her. So I do feel in that you gain responsibility fairly quickly. And even though it's an apprenticeship, I'm actually really stepping up, and there'll be a few that'll be a bit like, I've been doing this for a long time, and you'll be like stepping on their heads to get up to where you need to be. So do be prepared for that, where there might be a little bit of jealousy around with the fact that you're quite talented, and you'll be pushed along quite quick. And that's where I see this second offer. Where does Chicago fit in? Like, I'm really bad with geography over there. Is that near where you are? Or I just feel like she's showing me Chicago for some reason.
No, never been there.
Okay. There's something around that. So whether she just threw that name at me, and I'm like, I don't even know, geography wise where everyone is on the map. I'm trying to learn, but I don't know where that fits. So just, if it doesn't fit with anything at the moment, I just feel like there's some connection there for you. So just take that on board, that it'll fit somewhere.
Okay.
Now, also, I want to go to, because she's laughing, with relationships around you, and I'm going to laugh because that's what she's showing me. Are you currently single at the moment? Because I feel like there's something where I'm meeting different people.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I didn't really hear what you just said.
No worries. Are you single at the moment, as in relationships?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna. It's quite funny what she's showing me because I'm laughing. It's like there's opportunities coming around you, and I want to go to. I'm having dates with some funny people. So I don't know whether that's currently happened or this is something that she's showing me that's coming up for you. But it's like I'm going on dates with some real rippers. But when I say rippers, like I'm laughing about it because it's like you go out, like I have a connection with somebody and I'm like, oh my God, they're so not my type. But you can actually have a bit of a laugh about it afterwards. But I do want to say you've got to kiss a few frogs to get the prince, is what she's showing me.
Yeah, that's very much been my present.
Because I'm like,
oh my gosh, that's
like,
funny.
Why are you telling me that? She's so funny. She's like, yeah, but she's laughing because it's like there's been some funny dating experiences. It's almost like you could write a book on this because of the things that have happened. But there is a prince, I want to say, is what she's making me aware of, to say don't give up. You will meet, I feel like there's the ideal person coming in, but it's like you've had to go through a few duds to get there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So don't keep the faith with that, is what she's showing me.
Okay.
There's also something about no worries. There's also something about relocation. So is there a question mark around you and where you're living currently? Because I feel like I want to go to. There might be an opportunity with relocation coming up.
Well, I mean, where I'm living is yes. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, what
Definitely.
I see, what she's showing me is that the relocation is an aspect of it. So you will be moving, but I do want you to have a good think about where it is you want to go. I also want you to look at, when you're applying for work, look at outside the areas you're looking, because there's something around relocating to do with that.
Okay.
All right. So start looking, because that will define where you're at. Yay, I'm excited for you. All right, I've run out of time now. I must go. Thank you so much for calling in, and I hope I've given you some clarity, Athena, to help with moving forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
You too. Tonya Rees, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, signing off. Woohoo!
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Insights by Janita with Janita Francis. Live from InsightsByJanita.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights by Janita
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Insight by Janita Francis. We are down for another quarter hour of power, and I have to say, goodness me, what a week. So at the moment in Australia, sunny Australia, that is world renowned for our beautiful sunshiny, sunburnt weather, we've got 3 degrees. Now, colloquially, we call that the nope degree, which means nope, we're just not interested in getting out of bed or functioning or moving anywhere too far away from the fire because we have convinced ourselves that we will freeze solid. So for me, today is all about the nope degree. And unfortunately, I do need to venture out in public and do some peopling today, so I will be having my customary 6 layers of clothing on because I'm a Queenslander, and if you know anything about Queensland, you will know that we don't like the cold. We like it when we have that beautiful glistening to our skin that a layer of sweat brings us. That's the Queensland way of life, and that's the way we like it. So the cold weather can leave town for all I care. But sure enough, we will swap the weather over and you guys will have the cold and you get much, much colder than we do. We just like to whinge about it more. And we will have our beautiful sunny weather back. So that'll be really well received. Right, so this week we're talking about third eye and how we can engage our third eye. Now, I got that from my Modern Oracle, which is my own personal Oracle deck that I have released recently. If you'd like your own copy, please do jump on my website or check me out on Facebook and YouTube, Insights by Jonita, spelled Johita, and you can get your own copy there. Third eye engage is all about tapping into our intuition and following our gut. Now, how do we do that? Really simple. We actually listen to ourselves. So when I'm doing a reading for someone, and I read for people all over the world, it makes absolutely no difference to me if you're in the same room, in the same country, in the same state, doesn't matter. What I do tap into is the energy, and I take absolutely everything on when I'm reading for someone. So if I start touching my right ear, right is all about the future, ear is all about hearing. So you're going to receive some messages soon, fairly soon, and I need you to listen to those messages that are coming in. Someone's going to offer you some really cool advice. This is what's going on for you. So make sure you're listening when those people start crossing your path. Pay attention and be active listening in those conversations. If my knee starts playing up, I know that you're digging your heels in. You don't want to do something. Our legs carry us forward in life. If it's something on our left side, it'll be the past. So I know that you're digging your heels in. And you don't want to let go of something from the past. You want to have one leg in the past and one leg in the future. And situations like that could be that we're just breaking up with the partner, or we're stepping away from the family unit because we're not seeing eye to eye and we just need to regroup and regather our thoughts. It could also mean that we really love our job, but it's just not the right fit for us anymore. Something in our heart just says, I love this industry, but I'm not vibing with the people that I work with. It's time for me to move on. So, and there's always that reluctance to do that. So, I will get these little physical cues of what's going on. If I start scratching my head, that generally means I need time to think about this a little bit more. So everything that I do on a physical scale when I'm reading for someone, as well as the channeled messages that are coming through. So for me, channeled messages are direct link conversations with spirit. I will get your relatives through. I'll get your guides through. I'll get my guides. I'll get my relatives. Pretty much anyone that wants to come on down and have a big old chin wag with me while we're doing your session. That's what happens for me. So I'll get shown pictures. I'll have entire conversations with spirit and entity. There is a difference. Google the difference between spirit and entity if you're interested in that. And what I do is I absolutely listen to everything that's going on. If my throat starts closing over, I know that there's something to do with my throat cog or my throat chakra. And you've probably heard me say about the chakras 1,000 times, and I refer to them as cogs because we're the machine. The human vessel is the machine, and our cogs need to be well oiled and need to be maintained, and we need to give them services, much the same as we do our cars and our equipment, to keep them running in optimum, to keep them running well and looked after and well oiled. Our cogs won't work if we're not looking after them. And when our cogs start playing up, or the area of our life that starts playing up, it's a physical manifestation for lots of us. When we often, as humans, get when we get run down because we've taken on way too much. Our bodies will start making us feel fatigue, or our immune system will start going down and we'll start getting a little bit sniffly or a little bit cough, or my husband in particular gets a chest infection. So if he's running down and he's doing too much, he could be fine Monday morning, and then like come lunchtime his body just decides that's enough sunshine. You need to calm down now. He will get an instant chest infection. He'll get a big chesty cough. And as soon as he stops and starts relaxing and looking after himself and rest, then that chest infection just disappears. It's the craziest but coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So when we're engaging our third eye, it's not just this crazy, beautiful, spiritual thing that after you meditate for 55 years of your life, your third eye is engaged. It's about paying attention to every little thing that we do and being present in the moment. And what I mean by present in the moment is that sometimes, and I do this because I have a Pisces moon, I'm off with the pixies. So sometimes I'm aware of what's going on in my surroundings, but I'm only 50% aware. I'm really thinking about other things, or my mind is telling me about what else I need to do next. I'm very process driven, so I'm thinking about all those extra things that I want to do in 5 minutes or 5 years or 50 years, knowing me. So being present is making sure that I'm at least 90% engaged in what is exactly going on around me. When I'm having conversations with people, especially in a one-to-one or a normal human interaction, I'm always 100% present because that person is telling me something that they need me to pay attention to. Unless I don't like you, then I'm probably only 10% paying attention to what's going on. But, I'm here for the human experience, and I'm very honest, so I'll be very upfront that if I do walk away from you when I'm talking or having a conversation with you, my survival instincts have kicked in and you're boring me to death, so I've wandered off. So, but I'm very open and honest about that, because you'll see the sigh and the eye roll and everything else to be very, very clear that you're boring me to death, so I'll wander off. And I encourage people to do that because life is short. And it should be about fun. It should be about good interactions. And that is another way of my body saying to me, so my third eye is still engaged, that this is just a conversation that I'm not going to gain anything from. There's no interaction or exchange that I can learn about myself or learn about that person or learn about what's going on in the environment around us or the society around us. So it doesn't necessarily have to be all about you for it to be interesting, but it does need to be interesting enough for me to want to pay attention, because I don't like the small talk. I don't like the drama. That sort of stuff does nothing to engage my third eye, does nothing to engage my ability to be present in the moment. It's just boring. That's what TV's for. If you need to tune out for drama, just put the TV on for a little while. Another way to engage our third eye is to play with it. Ask yourself what's going on. Classic example is when we're going into exams and we go, oh my God, and you're shitting your pants. You're literally shitting your pants about how well you're going to do. You've almost talked yourself out of passing before you've even sat down and picked up your pencil. So the third eye engaged would be talking to ourselves and saying everything will be all right. This anxiety that I'm feeling, this nervousness that I'm feeling is actually adrenaline pumping. And sometimes, unless we're trained, unless we do a lot of consistent training around it, we can't tell the difference when our adrenaline starts pumping, whether it's a good thing or a scary thing, because it feels the same. So learning about ourselves and learning how to read our body's cues are the ultimate way to understanding how to engage your third eye. It's not some special spiritual practice that you need to be a yogi for or that you need to do consistently for a very, very long time. Okay, it really isn't. It's something that's a lot of fun. And there is no right or wrong way about how to engage your third eye. Some people will get symbols, some people will hear, some people will just sense, some people will feel. I feel this is going to take place. That's usually the catchphrase. Or I see this going on, or I've just got this feeling, or I know, or you might even surprise yourself and it's just that's it. It is what it is and that's happening and that's the way it is, and that's claircognizant. So the best way to do that is test yourself. Instead of going, holy shit about this exam, talk to yourself about, wow, how am I going to go? Am I prepared for this? And you betcha you're prepared for it, because otherwise you wouldn't have all those feelings of your adrenaline pumping. If you didn't care, you wouldn't get all that adrenaline. So, of course, it means something to you. Use your third eye, use your intuition to be able to help you through that process. And by talking to yourself, you'll actually be able to calm yourself down. Talk to yourself in a positive manner. Tell yourself that you've got these things in any area of your life. The exam was just a good example to use. Going for a job interview is another one. Going on a first date, whether you've had a million first dates or you haven't had even one first date since you and your partner had split, there's still that anxiety and that adrenaline pumping. And the best way to do that is engage your third eye. It'll calm you right down. It'll help you be present in the moment because you're paying attention to everything that's going on. So hopefully that helped you understand a little bit more about third eye being engaged. Once again, the modern oracle, I'm still channeling, so I'm speaking so fast, is available. It's on my website, insightbyjanita.com. You can catch me on Facebook. I do a podcast on Australian time Wednesday nights at 6:30 with the ever beautiful Trish Rock. You can catch us talking. We actually have a wheel of wisdom. We spin it. That's our topic for the night. So it's very impromptu, very exciting, and very fast. And then, of course, if you're after spiritual mentoring, I am available to do that. I do 1 hour sessions. We do them online in a private chat room, just you and I, and we go through where your goals are, what you want to do, and if you don't have a clue, that's fine too. We'll work it out as we go along. So yeah, all right, guys, thank you very much for joining me on Insight by Janita. It's always a pleasure to come on and read for you and have a chat and enlighten you with some extra knowledge. If you want me to cover a topic in particular, please do send me a private message, and I'm more than happy to discuss that for you in the quarter hour of power. And that's it for me for this week. Enjoy your week ahead. Love your loved ones and love them hard. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. And now, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window with Reverend Elliot. Live from magic-works.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02. You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. And now, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window with Reverend Elliot. Live from magic-works.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Reverend Elliot's Magical Window on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Greetings, fellow seekers of truth, wisdom, and light. This is your old buddy, your friendly neighborhood esoteric practitioner, Reverend Elliot, coming to you live from the city of New York, where we get together every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. I did it again. I did that last week, too. I said Mountain. It's like I've run out of tea. You know, I've been drinking a lot of tea lately, and I've run out of tea. 9 Mountain. These letters, you know, we only have, 26 of them? Maybe 58. I don't know. I've always felt that there were some letters they were hiding. I don't trust them. So I have to go leave one out of a word. 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. And we are going to look through the magical window of the tarot, where we can find out what's coming up in our lives. We can find out what is going on in our lives that we don't know about. Things that people don't want you to know about, we can find out. If there's somebody who is at the office, for instance, if you're still working in an office as opposed to home, you know, somebody's making things bad for you. Hey, you know, we can look to see what's going on. There's all kinds of things. Court cases show up in the tarot. People call, ask me about things like love and romance, and then I see that there's a court case going on, and I ask them, and there is. That's what tarot does. It gets right to the heart of the matter. And how does it do that? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Don't even believe anyone who says they know. But I have a few theories, and I list them all in my book, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, which you can get for yourself if you want to learn how to do this. I think it's a swell way to help people, and it's fun to do at parties. You know, people love it. You just do little readings. I mean, I do fast readings here, but you could do 2 or 3 minute readings, a minute reading at a party. People just love it. They eat it up, and that you can do it free if you want to get practice. That's the best way to get practice in anything, is offer to do it free. But after a while, when you're good at it, then you can just start charging a nice, rational, normal fee to do it at a party. I've done this at art gallery openings. I've done it in restaurants. I've done it in bars. They've hired me to do it. And it's always a good thing. You know what the best time of that, the most fun, is when a bar wants to have a Mardi Gras celebration, and they do it on Mardi Gras, and you just sit there and read cards for the customers. They just love that stuff. It's just fun. So what we're going to do tonight is take another glimpse through the magical window of the tarot. And if you enjoy what you hear and you see the possibilities in this being able to help you, all you've got to do to get a longer reading is contact me at asktarot@earthlink.net. That's ASKTAROT at earthlink.net. It's my nice old-fashioned email, Earthlink. And we have all the time in the world together. You know, when we get on the phone, it's you and me and nobody else. I don't put you on hold for anyone else. I don't leave you waiting. It's just you and me. And we can do it by Skype if you want, if you don't want to do it by phone. I do these things all over the world for people. And the readings, you know, an email hours, but it'll look deeply at an issue in your life, and you get a 2-page report from me. Now, if you want to do a full reading with me, great. I can do it for 15 minutes, a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, even longer, whatever you want. And you can find the rates at magic-works.com, magic-works.com. Just scroll on down and you'll see the rates, because I believe in listing the rates ahead of time so that you know what you're getting into. And we don't charge any more than that. Once you and I agree on something, that's the price. Even if it takes a little longer, so what? We throw that in as extra. Because, so this is unpredictable. As you'll hear in the show tonight, sometimes a reading goes longer than we thought. So what we do is we just keep going. Anyway, that's just letting you know that I'm available, and this is a very good time. A lot of people are nervous. A lot of people are anxious now. There is, as I've mentioned before, there's a lot of highly paid media people whose job is to scare us. And we've been through bad times before. There's no reason to make this into a panic. And getting people scared is how some people make an awful lot of money. And sometimes people do that with tarot too. And that's why I say to people, when they ask me, how should I pick a tarot reader? Anytime you go to a reader, just apply the same thing that you would with any other professional. If you feel worse after dealing with that person than you did before, then you don't go back to that person. They're pulling a scam on you. So, if you get a reading from somebody who says, oh, look at that. I see that you're cursed. Got to go now, and then they call you back and say, oh, by the way, I was thinking, now that you're cursed, I could get rid of that for you. Now, you see, that is a racket. The ethical tarot reader doesn't exploit people. People who call it a tarot reader trust the person, and it's up to us to honor and respect that trust. And that's why, as a member of the American Tarot Association, I'm not just a long-time member, but I'm on the board of directors. I'm the vice president of communications, and can't you tell I'm a professional communicator? But if you want to go to my website at magic-works.com, and when you scroll down and you look for the rates for a personal tarot reading between you and me, you'll also find a link to the American Tarot Association Code of Ethics. You see, and you look at that, and you'll see that is how an honest tarot reader behaves. And if we find out that a member of the ATA is violating those rules, that's it. They're out. No second chance either, because it's trust. It's a matter of trust. And you're calling a stranger, for goodness sakes, and you're opening up and you're telling what's going on in your life. Now, you cannot take advantage of that in good conscience. I'll give you a perfect example. I have had calls from people in these past 2 weeks who want to pay me for a reading to see if they're going to die in the near future. Now, as I said, there's fear out there. Now, what kind of a human being would I be if I took money to exploit that? Then I would be as bad as the newspaper publishers who scream, could this be the end of the world? Could 5 billion people die? There's an old law, and by the way, I'm a journalist myself. I have a lot of journalism history, and I'll tell you something, that there is a law called Betteridge's Law of Headlines. I want you to keep this in mind. You can look it up. They have a marvelous website. Betteridge's Law of Headlines says any headline that ends with a question mark can be answered by the word no. That is going to ease you a lot. And as I said last week, I believe it was, any headline that has the word could in it, or may, or reportedly, is garbage. It's just a way to critically look at this, because like I said, there are a lot of people out there who want us scared so that we would tune in and raise their click rate, raise their viewing audience if it's cable, and that means big money to those people. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing to be concerned about. Of course there's something to be concerned about now. But to exploit that and scare people and hurt them, that's unconscionable. And I, as an ethical tarot reader, will never, ever, ever, ever do that. And I'm telling you now, if you call me for a reading and we decide to, say, do a 20-minute reading, and at the end of 20 minutes, I see something pretty bad coming your way, I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep looking at I'm not going to say, hey, look at that. Your life's falling apart. Bye-bye now. No, that's why I never book calls, tarot readings back to back. Back to back would mean I'm stuck. I'm locked in. I don't do it. I could probably make a bit more money that way, an assembly line way of doing it. But no, I've got to prepare for the chance that the cards may be telling you something you don't want to hear, and we can work through it. Now, I don't really believe that there's such thing as a bad reading. Not like in those movies where everybody gets a tarot reading, ends up being killed by like a polar bear in the middle of August in Waikiki. I don't believe that. But it can show you things you don't want to see. Now that rarely happens because the people who call a tarot reader for advice are very positive people, and they're taking steps, they're taking action to work out whatever the situation in their life is. So that indicates a very positive outcome just by doing that, by taking action. So don't fall for those movies that try to scare you about tarot. That's just cheap horror sensationalism. It's, hey, what can I tell you? You'll know. This is fun to do. I wouldn't have been doing this for 30 years if I didn't enjoy doing it and meeting people and helping people clarify them. And as an adjunct to that, I do magical ritual work so that if something comes your way in your cards that you're not too thrilled about, I can show you how to do some ritual work to get around that. Enough about that. You're going to hear what I do. No point in me telling you what I do. Why don't I just do it? So I've got the incense burning, I've got the candles burning, and I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now to declare that from here on in, we're in sacred space. Now I'm going to pull back the curtain on the magical window for Connie in Litchfield, Minnesota. Hi, Connie. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi.
Hi, Connie. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing better. I'm getting over all the crud.
Well, maybe we can make that even better. How's that? What would you like to look at?
What I want to know is, the guy that I'm currently dating or seeing, is he the one that I'm supposed to be with? Because I don't know if it feels right or not.
Oh, well, you mean the violins aren't playing? And the soundtrack in the background and all that. I think Hollywood has ruined romance for people, I mean, I don't know. It's Hollywood has given people such weird expectations about romance. I was involved with a woman once for a couple of years, and she was really happy and said to me, you know something? I'm so happy with you, I'm going to leave you. What? She said, because if I'm this happy with you, imagine how much happier I'll be with somebody better. And I said, oh, okay. And then she said, but don't worry, if I don't find anyone better, I'll come back to you. And I said, you do that and see what happens.
Yeah. I take it you didn't see her again, right?
Oh, I saw her from time to time, but no dice, I mean, we ran into each other here and there. But after that, gosh, this is going back long before most of you listeners were born, right? But I've been married now for like over 30 years, So, boy, am I going to get in trouble for not knowing? I'm going to get in trouble for not knowing the exact date right offhand,
Yeah.
But it's 34 years now. So let's see. Let's take a look at what you've got, because this call is about you, not about me. Now, here we go. This is an excellent card for what I just asked, because it's the 7 of Cups. Cups are about romance because it's about emotion and things of the heart. The 7 of Cups may be indicating what's going on here, because that's a person with unfocused ideas. So you really don't quite know for sure if this is the right one.
Right.
The next card.
Yeah, I don't, because I have kind of a habit of picking people that aren't always so good. So that's why I'm just
you and everyone else, right? I used to be able to go into a crowded room and pick the one person who was going to be the best at ruining my life.
Yep, that would be me.
Yeah, well, then a couple of years of therapy helped me out there too. But isn't that funny how that works? We can spot them, right? Well, let me tell you this. The next card is the Star. Now, the Star is a card of hope and optimism. So that's telling me that with this particular person, you've got a good chance.
Okay.
Now, the next card is the 4 of Rods, and that's about a happy home. And then here's an interesting card, is the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is about it's about 2 different things. It could be the beginning of a new relationship, or it could mean that a relationship you're in is going to reach a new level. And that's how I'm going to interpret that in this particular reading. I seem to know each other. How long have you known?
Only a couple months, 2 months maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's still you just come. You're coming out of that.
Yeah, it's a long distance thing too, so it's that's hard to.
Yeah, so it's long. Oh, that adds a lot to it. Well, I'm seeing here that there's great possibilities because I've got two very happy cards here. I've got the 10 of Cups and I've got the 4 of Rods, and those are 10 of Cups is perfected happiness. Now, out of 5 cards here, 3 of them are cup cards. So that's telling me that the cards really are response because it was about emotions and romance and love. There's a possibility, very strong possibility, that you are going to reach a new level with this person and reach a lot of happiness. So give it a little more care than you usually do, is what I'm saying, because the key to this is that first card, the 7 of Cups, unfocused ideas. Okay. And that's easy to fix. That'll snap into focus. And if it's still new, you only have a few months with each other. So get into it and let it, see if it'll grow. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't happening, I could probably give you a lot more detail if we were off the air and we're doing a full reading. But I don't know that you need any more than that, because this is a pretty good lesson here. Going from unfocused ideas, followed by the card of optimism, the card of a happy home, the card of a relationship reaching a new level, and then the 10 of Cups, which is perfected happiness. So I think this time you've come closer to getting what you want than you have before.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that does feel good. And let me see if I can pull one more card. Maybe we can put it underneath all these cards to see what the underlying issue is. Well, there you go. That's the King of Cups. Now that's another cup card. So I've got 6 cards here. 4 of them are cups. So we're definitely on the right track here. The King of Cups is the manifestation of something. This is showing that the court cards are about something beginning and growing and forming. And the further on you get in the court cards, from the knight to the queen to the king to the page, it takes more and more shape. So this is telling me that it is taking shape, that this relationship is growing. And the King of Cups tells me that you are right now at a point where this is really taking shape and happening. So give it a shot, and check back with me, or if you can't get through and Ask One Radio again, because I know a lot of people try to get through but don't, drop me a line at asktarot@earthlink.net, and maybe we can arrange for another reading. How's that? So this is looking good for you, Connie, and thanks for calling. Let me just shuffle up the cards now. You are on Reverend Elliott's Magical Window. Well, some of you are on it. You're all listening anyway. You're listening to Reverend Elliott's Magical Window, where we get together to look through the magical window of the tarot. Now, you see how that worked? That was fascinating, because the only cards that I got that weren't cup cards in that call, one was about a happy home, and the other was a major card, which was about hope.